Chinese President Xi Jinping visited Fujian Province in October 2024. This coastal province sits directly across from Taiwan. His visit followed large-scale military exercises near Taiwan. The exercises simulated a blockade, showcasing China's military might. Xi's presence in Fujian sent a clear message. China recently conducted extensive military exercises near Taiwan. These drills were unprecedented in scale and intensity. They involved a record number of aircraft and naval vessels. The message was clear. China is prepared to use force to achieve its objectives. The exercises simulated a blockade of Taiwan. This tactic would cut off the island from essential supplies and support. The drills were a direct response to what China perceives as Taiwan's growing assertiveness. In particular, Beijing is angered by any suggestion of Taiwanese independence. The exercises sent shockwaves through the region. Taiwan and its allies condemned the drills as dangerous and provocative. They fear that such actions could easily spiral into open conflict. The international community expressed deep concern over the potential for miscalculation and escalation. These military exercises are a potent symbol of China's growing power. They also highlight the challenges facing the region. The world is watching anxiously to see if China will choose dialogue or force in its pursuit of reunification with Taiwan. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province. This stance is fundamental to Beijing's understanding of its own history and national identity. China maintains that reunification is inevitable and that Taiwan will eventually be brought back under its control. China's official policy towards Taiwan is known as one country, two systems. This framework, first implemented in Hong Kong, would theoretically allow Taiwan to maintain its own political and economic systems after reunification. However, many in Taiwan view this model with deep suspicion, especially following the crackdown on freedoms in Hong Kong. China's recent actions towards Taiwan reflect a growing impatience with the status quo. Beijing is increasingly frustrated by what it sees as Taiwan's moves towards formal independence. China's leadership has repeatedly stated that it will use all necessary means, including force, to prevent Taiwan's secession. China's stance on Taiwan is non-negotiable. This reality presents a complex challenge for the international community. The world must find a way to support Taiwan's autonomy without provoking a conflict that nobody wants. Taiwan has reacted to China's recent actions with a mix of defiance and apprehension. The Taiwanese people are determined to defend their hard-won democracy and their right to self-determination. However, they are also acutely aware of the threat posed by their giant neighbor. Taiwan condemned the Chinese military exercises in the strongest possible terms. President Lai Ching-te called the drills irresponsible and provocative. He vowed to protect Taiwan's sovereignty and way of life. Taiwan has also sought to strengthen its international alliances. The Taiwanese government has called for calm and restraint. However, it has also made it clear that it will not bow to pressure or intimidation. Taiwan is bolstering its defenses and seeking closer ties with like-minded democratic countries. Taiwan's response to China's actions has been measured but firm. The island nation is walking a tightrope. It must stand up for its rights without provoking a conflict that it cannot win. The roots of the China-Taiwan conflict. The current tensions between China and Taiwan are deeply rooted in history. The dispute dates back to the Chinese Civil War in the mid-20th century. In 1949, Mao Zedong's communist forces emerged victorious, and the defeated nationalist government fled to Taiwan. They established the Republic of China in Taipei, while mainland China fell under the rule of the Chinese Communist Party. Section 6. Global Stage, Regional Stakes, International Implications. The escalating tensions between China and Taiwan have far-reaching implications for the international community. The Taiwan Strait is a major shipping route, and any conflict in the region would have a significant impact on global trade and security. The United States has a complex relationship with both China and Taiwan. While Washington officially recognizes the One China policy, it also maintains strong unofficial ties with Taiwan. The U.S. is committed to providing Taiwan with the means to defend itself. Other countries in the region, including Japan, South Korea, and Australia, are closely watching the situation. They are concerned about China's growing assertiveness and the potential for conflict. These countries are strengthening their own defenses and seeking closer security cooperation. The Taiwan issue is a major flashpoint in international relations. It has the potential to spark a wider conflict involving the United States and its allies. The world is watching anxiously to see how the situation unfolds. Section 7. Charting a course, the future of China-Taiwan relations. The future of China-Taiwan relations remains uncertain. China's recent actions suggest a more assertive approach towards Taiwan, raising concerns about the potential for conflict. However, it's important to note that neither side desires a war. The costs of conflict would be enormous for all involved. China's leadership faces a difficult balancing act. On the one hand, it is under pressure from nationalist sentiment within China to take a hard line on Taiwan. On the other hand, China recognizes that a military conflict would be disastrous for its economy and its international standing. Taiwan, for its part, is seeking to maintain the status quo. It wants to preserve its de facto independence and its democratic way of life. However, Taiwan also understands that it cannot defeat China militarily and must therefore tread carefully. The future of China-Taiwan relations depends on a complex interplay of factors, including domestic politics, economic interests, and international relations. The power of diplomacy averting conflict in the Taiwan Strait. Dialogue and diplomacy are essential for managing the complex relationship between China and Taiwan. Finding a peaceful resolution is crucial for regional stability. Both sides must exercise restraint to avoid escalating tensions. The international community must encourage dialogue and de-escalation. The world must remain committed to a peaceful solution. Section 9. Conclusion towards a peaceful resolution. Xi Jinping's visit to Fujian province following large-scale military exercises near Taiwan highlights the escalating tensions between China and Taiwan. China's increasingly assertive stance towards Taiwan raises concerns about the potential for conflict, with significant implications for regional and global security. Despite China's view of Taiwan as a breakaway province and its pursuit of reunification, Taiwan maintains its separate identity and democratic system. The historical context and differing political ideologies contribute to the complexity of the situation. The international community must remain vigilant and engaged in seeking a peaceful resolution to the Taiwan issue. Dialogue, diplomacy, and a commitment from all parties involved are essential for maintaining stability and preventing a conflict with potentially devastating consequences. The world must prioritize a peaceful solution that respects the interests of all involved, ensuring a stable and prosperous future for the region.